Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to do a review of Nori. This is by Rumi Hara and put out by Drawn and Quarterly. This is, while the story features Japanese characters, takes place in Japan, and the creator herself is Japanese and grew up in Japan. She currently lives in New York, and this, as far as I know, was completely published originally in English, so it's not something that was translated, and more resembles kind of a graphic novel that you would see being released from America, because it was. However, I think this will appeal greatly to manga fans because it still takes place in Japan with Japanese characters. So we follow Nori, who is this young girl. I believe she's about 3 or 4 years old, and her grandmother, who takes care of her. She has parents, they're just working, so her grandmother, who is obviously retired, spends every day with Nori, and she's a spunky, rambunctious little girl getting into trouble and mischief, and it's really sweet and heartwarming, and her grandmother just loves her to pieces, and you can tell that immediately. And her grandmother's not strict with her at all, so it's just a story of love. Like, she loves her grandmother loves her, they have a lot of fun together, and it's great. There's a big chunk of the story where they go on a trip together to Hawaii, and it's really sweet and cute to see Nori kind of learning this new environment and enjoying herself, and the grandmother, who is, nervous about going on a plane and to a different country, and, just kind of relaxing and realizing, that she's got this, she can handle her granddaughter, they can have fun on a trip together and enjoy themselves. Yeah, it's really sweet. And what I didn't know, as you can see, the art is quite interesting, and the colors and everything on the cover are lovely. What I didn't know when I purchased it is that there is actually color on the inside. So each chapter has a different kind of accent color, and it kind of like separates the short stories out in a nice visual way. And then there's another blue one at the back here as well. Yeah, it's just really cute and funny. I'm not laughing out loud. It's not meant to be a comedy, but kind of giggling here and there because it's just really sweet and cute and allows you to just kind of relax. There's a story as well about her and a friend of hers from preschool, kind of getting involved with some older boys who are 10 or 11, and the boys just think they're kings and whatever, especially over these 3 and 4 year olds, and it's just really sweet and cute to watch them interact, and it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend this for sure, even though, like I said, technically you could argue that this is not manga because it was not originally published in Japanese, but certainly would appeal to manga fans because of the fact that they are still Japanese characters. It takes place in Japan, and obviously the creator, she grew up in Japan, and in her adult life moved to New York. But yeah, I think this is a nice one for people who maybe want to get into manga because, like I said, it does kind of resemble an American graphic novel, like an independent graphic novel. And I think this is a good one to kind of bridge the gap between manga and graphic novels and kind of ease into one or the other. Anyway, lovely story. I always like to support Drawn and Quarterly. And if you've read Nori, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if not, I highly suggest picking it up. It's a beautiful book. It's nice, large trim size. And yeah, it's really, really nice. And that's all for today. So yeah, if you have any other graphic novels that are similar in kind of like the slice of life genre that you could recommend to me, I would appreciate it, because I don't read a lot of like North American comics at all. I'm not interested in superheroes or fantasy stuff or whatever, but I think that kind of easing myself into American graphic novels by things like this that are more slow paced and slice of life sort of feeling, maybe a better option for me to kind of test the waters a bit. So if you have any recommendations, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for watching.